Hey everyone, this is Alex or PolymomoTea, and today I have a video showing how to make these Eeveelution Dittomons out of polymer clay. So we're going to start with Eevee, so I'm going to take some Fimo light brown clay and roll into a ball for the head. And then I'm going to cut off some little nubs for the little hairs on its head. And you want about 4 nubs on top of the head. Then for the ears, you want to take some clay and pinch it into a diamond shape. For the inner ear, I took some chocolate Fimo clay and I carved out this pointy heart triangle shape and placed it in the middle of the ear. And then I cut off the excess of the ear. And finally, I placed the 2 ears on both sides of the 4 nubs. For the body, we're going to roll some clay into a fat cylinder shape. So you want to flatten one end on a slant so it has that sitting motion, and then you're going to cut off the excess of the body parallel to the slant, and it almost kind of looks like a parallelogram. Then for the front legs, I'm just putting on 2 snakes of clay that I bent at the ends for feet. And for the back legs, I'm taking a ball of clay and I'm cutting in half. And I'm pinching it into like a chicken drumstick shape. And that's going to be blended onto the body as well. Now for Eevee's tufts of fur on the chest, I'm taking some vanilla clay and I'm shaping it into a plus sign. And I'm placing that plus sign on top of the body, and I'm adding a little eye pin in the middle for stability for the head. And sorry for the blurry footage, but this is just me putting on the head on top of the body. For the tail, I'm taking some vanilla clay and rolling it into a teardrop shape. Then to wrap the tail, I took some light brown clay and cut out the star shape. And I'm putting the vanilla clay in the middle and I'm wrapping it around with the brown clay. Then I'm going to attach the tail onto the Eevee body. And finally, to finish off, we're going to give it the Ditto signature face, which are 2 dots and a lined smile. And for extra added detail, at the paws I'm adding 4 pieces of pink clay and I'm flattening it out for the little paws. Next we're on to Jolteon, so I'm taking some yellow clay and I'm placing on 3 little triangles on top of the head for the head spikes. Then I'm adding the ears on both sides of the spikes. Now I'm placing smaller spikes on the side of the Jolteon head, and I call these side spikes. For the middle spikes, I took some white clay and I carved out a super pointy shape and I placed it on top of the body. Then I added the head. Another super spiky part for the tail that I carved out of the yellow clay, and I'm going to blend that onto the butt of the Jolteon. And finally, I'm adding the signature derpy Ditto face. For Flareon, I mixed some red and orange clay to make the color of the body, and I added the ears, and the only difference is that these ears have a little indent on the sides. For the tuft of fur on its head, I took some vanilla clay and I pinched it into a teardrop shape, and then I added a little nub on the side, and I added that on top of my Flareon head. For the middle tuft of fur, I took some more vanilla clay and I pinched it into a fat diamond shape. And using my indenting tool, I just made a bunch of indents all over. And I placed the tuft of fur on top of the Flareon body. And here's a very clear image of me placing the head on top of the Flareon body. For the Flareon tail, you want to pinch some vanilla clay into a lemon shape, but don't make it completely smooth so it gives that fluff look. And you want to add that to the back of your Flareon. And then you want to give it the signature ditto face. Now onto the very difficult Vaporeon. So I'm taking some Fimo Brilliant Blue and I'm carving out the Vaporeon face. And using my blade, I'm trying to remove the little inner carving part of the Vaporeon face. And we're going to fill in that space with some Fimo Aqua clay. And for the fins, I'm taking some vanilla clay and I'm giving it 2 indents with my blade. And with the dotting tool, I'm rounding off the sides so it gives it that curved look. And I'm carving away the excess and making it into a triangle shape. Here's a cleaned off version of my fin, and I'm going to wrap it around with some brilliant blue clay. Then I'm adding my 2 fins to the side of the head. And the little shark fin in the middle. Now onto the body. Vaporeon has a tail, so we're going to add a little tail onto the butt of our Vaporeon. And you want to smooth out the edges. And taking some blue clay, I'm making indents with my chisel tool so it looks like this, and these will be like the fins from the back to the end of the tail. At the end of the tail, I'm adding 2 little diamonds for the tail fins. Now for the collar poof fin, I'm taking some white translucent clay and I kind of carved out a circle using a straw so it gives it the pointy shape. And I'm taking my blade and I'm making indents from the center to the ends of the fin. Then you want to add the collar fin onto the body. Place the head on top of the body. And give it that goofy ditto face. And on Vaporeon's back legs, I'm just adding 2 little silver pieces of clay for the little paws. And they're ready to bake, and it should look like this. So here are my Eeveelutions. I have my Eevee, Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did promise you guys I was going to make more Dittomon videos, so I finally have a second video for it. And I hope I get to make more, and I do plan to make the rest of the Eeveelutions later. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you!